Hey guys, welcome to the new Clear Shots Plays. I've been playing around with OBS and stuff like that, and I figured I would use it to do some Clear Shots Plays because we don't do that very often. And so I figured I'd sit here and play a little bit of Resident Evil 5. I have played Resident Evil before, but I never got into it as big as a lot of people did. And it's kind of hard for people to believe because Resident Evil is a pretty big series. This is my first time playing around with recording with OBS, so hopefully it works. I tested it out a little bit before, but I'm going to launch the game right now, and we'll see if it works as long as Discord goes away. I don't need that. Now, I have Resident Evil 5 on Steam, and it's the Games for Windows Live version, which is odd to me because the only other game I remember playing that was Games for Windows Live was I think it was Halo 2. And I played the shit out of Halo 2 actually. But I was messing around with this game earlier. I'm still at the beginning of the game. I'm playing it on easy mode. Because I just want to mess around with it right now. But from what I remember, this was a pretty fun game. I played it on the 360. Oh god, I don't have any ammo. Right off the bat. And the controls are a bit weird on PC. It's also this, I think I talked about it on the podcast. I don't know if I ever really liked the idea of having to stand still when you shoot. I think that was one thing that kind of turned me off from these games. But I mean, I sort of get it. And I like how she just took that ammo, and I really fucking need it. Can you take it from her? There's gotta be a way, right? The sensitivity is so weird. Like when you're standing around, you move around, or when you look around just standing, it's super high. But then the second you're moving, it's way slower. Yeah, I don't know. It's going to take some getting used to, I think. And I really don't know where to go, because like I said, the only time I played this, it was with other people who have played the game before. So I'm assuming there's something in here, a key of some sort.
We can get out here.
Okay.
We should keep moving.
Before this game dropped, I remember playing the demo for it on the 360 over and over. I don't have... How do I quick turn?
We need to get to that house. We'll have a better chance of fighting them from there.
Okay. Yeah, it's very weird playing, because, like I said, the only time I played it was on 360, so it's weird playing it with these controls.
Come in, Kirk. The locals were hostile and we had to use
but I
force.
played the shit out of the demo, and the demo was short, but a friend of mine wanted to play it all the time because he was a big Resident Evil fan, and that was really the extent of playing it. I played it at Dave's house once, and we beat most of the game that night.
Come on.
We got stuck in a certain part because the way it works when you play with two players is you share an inventory. So your slots, I guess the way it works is, as far as I remember, the first player manages the inventory. I can't really take anything from her, but the first player manages the inventory, and you have to give the second player everything. So even things that the second player picks up, the first player gets, essentially. So you're basically it's kind of like playing that new Pokemon game, that Let's Go game, where you're your second player is kind of an ancillary character where it's not really like you're just kind of there, like you're an assistant sort of thing. Can I climb this, please? I've also been playing The Last of Us because I've had it for a long time, and everybody says it's a great game, but I never got around to playing it. It was one of the first games I got when I got my PlayStation.
Hurry! Okay.
And I just recently got around to playing it. Like, I mean, I started it a while ago, and then I kind of stopped, and then last night I decided to get back into it. It's a great game. It's a lot of fun, actually. It's almost a like a survival horror, but the action scenes are pretty good too. Like the gunplay is pretty fun. The mechanics are fun. Now this right here is where the Xbox 360 demo started. So I've played this part a million times. That's the executioner guy. You get to kill him. Yeah, I've played this part a million times. The thing that yeah, you're supposed to do this, I think, to block that window off, and then grab like all the shit you can. I mean, they pretty much always come through. I don't think you can really stop them. I mean, I feel like I would like these games if I really got into them. I'm pretty sure she just shot me. But it's just getting used to the controls is just a bitch. So I blocked off the doors, but I mean, eventually they come through either way. You just kind of have to sit here. I'm pretty sure you just sit here and wait. Because you can't go this way, that's where you came in. I guess you can just sit here and try and cut him. Guess we're going, huh? Man, the sensitivity is so weird to get used to.
Kurt, come in. The locals are hostile. The gate is sealed, and we're trapped. We need backup, and we need it right now.
It's very weird. Oh, shit. No.
Did you hear that, Sheva? Help's on the way.
Got it. Just hope he gets here quick.
I'm getting overwhelmed here. Really didn't need that. Ooh. Oh shit, the fucking... I keep hitting E to get in my inventory. And then when it's funny because when I need to get to my inventory, I forget that it's E. I don't remember if you have to actually kill him or not. I think you do, right? Jesus. I like how she stands right in the fucking way. No. No, you're not gonna get any. Can I jump this? Thank you. Pretty sure he's down here, isn't he? This is a bad spot to be in. Oh, fuck.
There's just no end to them.
We've got to hold out till Kurt gets here.
Yeah, okay. You just kill shit until... basically, you just keep killing shit. Yeah, man, this game's actually really fun. It's just, you know, for me, it's just getting used to the controls again. I mean, they're totally different on here, like I said. I don't play as many PC games as I do console games, so it's always, you know, a little different. Fuck. Get out of here. Oh shit. Oh god. Literally everywhere. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. This is trouble. So good that I got out of there. I have no idea how. I'm sure on a higher difficulty I would have gotten raped. He, I mean, he one-shots you. I mean, it's not even... From what I remember, I thought there was like a shotgun or something in this area, but... Oh god, this is a dead end. Yeah, I think it's just a low difficulty, so he's not even really going at me. I remember getting destroyed by him multiple times in the demo version. Oh boy.
Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm gonna take out the door. Find some cover.
He's gonna take out the door. That's what he says.
Take cover.
Now, I would like to do more of these. Just because, you know, it's pretty easy to do. I mean, fucking anytime I want to play a game, it'd be cool to just record it and throw it up somewhere. Just cool for, you know, extra content or whatever. I might talk to Jake and, you know, have him set up OBS and maybe, you know, maybe we can both do these. And we'll just have it, you know, we'll just upload them whenever. We don't really have a schedule for these. It's like, I haven't done them, you know, neither of us have really been able to get together for one of these, you know, in a long time. The plan, we actually want to get together with Dave and do one of them, like play Doom or something like that. But I think the ones where we play like co-op games that are 2-player, or, you know, just games that we can pass around or whatever, I think we'll still do those. But I like the idea of being able to just put these out. Designed a little banner down there. And I, you know, there's kind of a new little logo type thing for it. Just something to do, you know. To be honest, I've been getting bored of a lot of like the main games I play. I mean, the show is great all the time, you know. It's a great game to play. And, you know, once in a while, Madden's okay. Destiny 2 right now is, like, in a kind of a weird spot where, you know, I've done everything a million fucking times, and there's no new content for a while, so... You know, it's in one of those spots, like, any of those kind of games, like The Division and, you know, like, those sort of, like, Borderlands and looter shooters, basically. It's like, you know, you get into a spot where you, like... What the fuck is this bitch doing? You get into a spot where, like, you're kind of starved for content because the publisher isn't going to just keep putting out... they're not going to be able to constantly pump out shit for you to do. And any player who plays the game enough is going to... You know, they're going to run out of shit to do because they've done everything. So that's kind of how it works for me. I mean, there certainly are things I can do in that game. I haven't done the newest raid. But, like, raids are just a fucking pain in the ass in that game because you got to get fucking 5 other guys that want to do it and want to dedicate. I mean, if you're all good, a raid in that game takes 2 to 3 hours maybe. But it's like, you know, if you have a team that, you know, 3 of the 6 guys don't really know what they're doing or haven't done the raid before, and one of them would be me because I haven't, it would take, you know, it can take to, you know, up to 5 or 6 hours sometimes. So it's, you know, you gotta have some people who are willing to dedicate their whole night to it. And, you know, I've had times where I played raids in Destiny that go that long, but it's cool that, you know, when you finally finish, there's like this kind of this sense of accomplishment because it took so long. I think that's a thing that, like, a lot of people get from Dark Souls, and it's another reason that people like Dark Souls. And, you know, I've said it before, I'm not a big fan of Dark Souls. I'm pretty sure she just shot me in the back. I love that you can just knife the dude, like, over and fucking over. But yeah, that's one of the things about Dark Souls is, like, people like those long boss battles and the sense of accomplishment you get because they're difficult boss battles. And I understand that. Another thing that's frustrating with this game is, like, it feels like she's just in the way a lot. It's locked from the inside. Beautiful. But it seems like, I don't know if you can turn friendly fire off. I imagine you can. I think I changed something to turn it on. But, and you can also do online co-op, which would be nice for me, because I'd play with somebody who's played before. Or who's beaten the game before. And I'm sure they would just run me right through the whole fucking thing, but that's less fun to me, you know? Some of these games you want to play by yourself and just take it, play at your own pace. You miss certain things. You know, if someone's running through the game for you. It's like, I'm going to talk about Destiny again. It's one of my favorite games. It's probably my favorite game. But, if you have Destiny and you like, leveled up a whole bunch and you're, you know, like the super high level, and then your friend gets the game a couple weeks later, you can run through the game with him, and everything either of you kills is giving both of you experience, and it's scaled to each level. So, like,
Be careful. They may still be here.
basically you could have somebody who's way higher level than you run through the game with you and shred everything, and you'll still get all the experience from it, because that's just how it works if you're in the fight team. Which is nice, I guess, but you also miss out on a lot of shit if you're the guy who's getting, you know, getting fucking pulled through the game. And this bitch is... Oh, fuck, yeah, I forgot about this chick. I've seen this before. Oh boy. What do I do here? I don't like this. How do I... No. Oh, fuck. Yeah, I remember this chick. You gotta be real close to those fucking doors to open them, I'm gonna fucking
We've
die.
lost contact with Alpha Team. They're under attack by an unidentified hostile. Reinforcements head toward the deal coordinates immediately.
Chef here. Roger that.
Move out.
Yeah, that always scares the shit out of me when you have to stop to reload. I mean, like I said, the movement is kind of weird in this game in that you can't Jesus Christ, you can't move and shoot at the same time. It's honestly something that, you know, it's bothered me. I think it bothers a lot of people, but I think the people who've been with the series for, you know, since it started, it's just kind of how the game works. Now, I would like to play Resident Evil 7 because I'm pretty sure it's first person. It's like it's a different style from what I've seen. Like I said, I don't know too much about Resident Evil at all. Never seen like the movies or any of that shit. I don't know how much it ties into any of the games. You know, which is why it would be nice to have somebody, you know, maybe talk to Dave, because I know Dave likes it. And I mean, Jake's played all of them, I believe. But they could probably fill me in on a good chunk of it. But like I said, this is really the only one I've played. I think I had 4 for the GameCube, but I never played it, really. And a lot of people say 4 is like the best one. You know, it was definitely like the biggest, okay, lady, take all the gold then, huh? It was definitely the, like, I think it was the biggest in the series, or it sort of grew the series pretty well from what I've heard. I don't know, man. Like I said, I don't know shit about this game, really. It's a lot of inventory management. I mean, like, to an extent where it's not overwhelming, really, but honestly, the mechanics are pretty good.
Happened in here.
It's a fun game. You can't really deny that.
Hey, who did this?
But yeah, I've been playing a lot of The Last of Us, and it's pretty cool too. I mean, I like the idea that it's sort of a survival horror type thing, and the gunplay is like, it's sort of tough to aim. They kind of make it hard to aim in that game, and you know, your ammo's always scarce. This game's kind of like that too, where your ammo's finding ammo's rough.
You gotta get it to HQ.
There's
Hey,
you know, games like
Hey, hang
Alien
in there.
Isolation or whatever, where ammo's not really that abundant, but in Isolation, it's like, you know, your guns don't do too much anyway to the enemy.
Saw someone, but they ran away.
Look, I don't really care about this
Don't like the looks of this, but we
as far
have
as
to keep moving.
storyline goes. I like how he just kicks every door open. I mean, but you don't have to, but if you double tap F, it kicks the door open, and it's pretty awesome because you look cool. That's all that really matters, right? I think I'll play through this section and be done. I don't want this to be a super long video. I don't want you guys to be fucking sitting there like, you know, why is this a fucking 45-minute video? I don't even know how long I've been going, but you know, I don't want them to be too long. They're little bonus things, you know. Also, we haven't really announced it yet on the podcast, but we're not doing parts anymore. You probably noticed if you're paying attention the last couple weeks. but we're just doing long episodes. It's easier. You don't have to, and we don't have to. We're not gonna release things 2 days. We just release our podcast once a week. When it's done, if it's 3 hours, it's 3 hours. If it's 4 hours, it's 4 hours. If it's an hour and a half, like the one we just put out, then it's an hour and a half. You know, that's one of the cool things I like about podcasts is that you can just do whatever the fuck you want. And I am in a furnace right now, and I barely got out of there. Okay, I remember this part. You have to get the guy into the furnace, and she's retarded. You have to do that to him, basically, is what you have to do. But she's, for some reason, she got stuck in there. Probably because she was following me, and I barely got out of there. It's hilarious, though. I don't like that it says exit. It kind of scares me. I'm not exiting. I'm exiting the fucking menu. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's that bitch with the weird looking thing coming out of her head. And you have to get her to follow you into the furnace. And then you have to shut it off, or you have to turn it on when she's in it. So this is where I came from, I'm pretty sure, so I don't know where I'm going right now. Maybe I have to go that way. But you gotta, yeah, you just gotta get her trapped in there. Now, I'd assume that she's coming from over here, because I don't see anywhere else you can come from. Yeah. Chris Redfield's a badass, though. I'll give him that much. Look how buff he is.
What the hell is that?
Oh, yeah. That's a guy.
I think that's what got Alpha Team.
Follow me.
Fall back!
Come on in, bruh. Oh, it locked him in here. Come on in. Oh shit, I have to get to control on the other side. That ain't gonna work. I basically have to get him to... Oh shit. Ah, fuck. I think you gotta get him to come in this side. You can't really get to the controls from over here. Where'd he go? Oh shit. Get out of there, lady. Close. Damn it. I don't want to burn her. That's the thing. Son of a bitch. Fuck. Yikes. She's gonna fucking die anyway. Come on! It's got a reboot. He's fucking going in there by himself. Is there shit on his back that you can shoot? It's like glowing. Come on, doors. Close. Oh. There we go. Boom, bitch. Have a seat. Well, there's that.
This thing was responsible for the deaths of Alpha Team. We need to report this to HQ.
Good thing I have that furnace key. So I can kick this door open now. Yeah, it's funny because like as I play through this, I'm probably gonna remember most of it because I definitely have played through most of the game. I've never beaten it, but I've played through 90% of the game, I think. There's definitely some annoying parts. I think there's like certain puzzles and shit in this, if I remember correctly, that are a little annoying. But I mean, I think overall this game is it's really good. I mean, I don't need to watch this. There's my achievement. I guess that's it. Any unsaved progress will be lost. Well, I hope it fucking saved it, right? Here's the fucking weapons. Yeah, I would say you probably want this. How do I move it? Wow. There's no click and drag, huh? I'm gonna play it safe and there we go, saving.
We have to get to the station.
That's what I wanted. Alright. Alright, so that's it. I just wanted to play a little bit of that. And it says press any key, and when you press escape, it goes back. I noticed this earlier, it's wicked annoying. You have to hit Alt to get it to bring up the actual menu. Games for Windows, boys and girls. Alright, so that's that. It's kind of cool that you can play around with this thing. Hopefully we'll be able to do more of it. And I guess that's it, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.